What the hell happened today? Hi,
Welcome to the Todd and Erin daily stream. What are you talking
Today
about?
was like in our house. Today was like waking up in the middle of a hatchet fight. Okay, so we got my allergies are kicking my butt. We have foster kittens. They were on the rampage. Our son was up at 6 o'clock. We have a girl sleeping over with our daughter.
Out of town guests
Staying
with
up
a baby
until midnight. Friends in town. Can I come live with you? I'll be very quiet. You have a shed? I would love a shed. I would stay in your shed. I'd mow your lawn. I'd sleep with your lawnmower.
Zach's too polite to wake us up now, so what he does is he'll just pace back and forth, stomping as loud as he can until it eventually wakes somebody up, or we think we're having an earthquake.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what'll solve all this? Pass me one.
Okay.
Telling people how to get rid of zucchini. Watch. How to get rid of that darn zucchini. I'm up to my ears in it, and I've been trying recipes all week, trying to figure out what... Oh, my oven's up to temperature, 350. What are we going to do today? Well, as you can see, I've made canoes in front of me. Canoes of zucchini. Now, you're not going to see this one coming, because I was looking on the internet, and I was like, I need something different. I need something to fill these canoes of zucchini with something different. I found it. Buffalo wing zucchini. I'll say that again slower for you. Buffalo wing zucchini. Buffalo wing zucchini. Because wings were too small. And what we're going to do, I'm not sure I have enough here. We're going to put them in. Well, that's going to be a little fit there. We're going to put them into the zucchini canoes like that. Not bad technique. And when I saw this, I was like, "You are so desperate to get rid of zucchini." Because it's just you can't get rid of it. You can take it to the food bank. You can take it to a community garden. By the way, I usually have baskets out front that people put extra vegetables in, and people in the neighborhood that are in need can come by and get it, which is cool. You can also take it to different food locations. One including is East High School. East High School has a kitchen, a pantry, and they help their students who are homeless and their families that are in need during the summer when they don't have their lunch programs and stuff like that going at every location. And so you can actually go there and drop off produce, which is a great thing. I mean, so you don't have to force this upon your family every night, but you can actually share some of it with people who actually are looking for some help, which is great. All right, so buffalo wings. Why would we call this buffalo wings unless you had Frank's red hot wing sauce? All right. So we are going to, yes, I know, it's zucchini. And we are going to put a nice dollop of that. I should have put some salt on this. Maybe I'll go back and do that. A little more. All right. Because the sauce isn't that salty, so let me do that. Let me just do a little bit. It already smells like hot wings, I'm telling you, my friends. And then some multi-purpose cheese, whatever you have. I don't even care what it is. It's just a matter of you have to put it on top. All right, so we have this week thus far in the series of cooking zucchini, I have gotten rid of 8, which is a good start. But there are 8 more on the plant. Once again, the plant I have ignored and do not water. I've watered it 3 times, and it keeps doing this to me. And I feel guilty. You can't just throw stuff out. All right. 350, 15, 20 minutes. I'm going to say 15 minutes on this. It'll melt down. The chicken will warm. The zucchini will get soft, and then you have buffalo hot wing zucchini canoes. All right, fresh out of the oven, and we have in front of me the buffalo wing zucchini boat. I will now try. But I'm not sure of this one. First thing I would say is use as little of the Frank sauce as possible because that's all you can taste. I will say that. I say the kids will love this. Just because of the sauce and stuff. But the sauce is really strong. But just another great way to get rid of zucchini. Make it go through your family. Not in the trash. Alright, well, there's more of this to come. Because I have still got more zucchini to deal with. Alright. See you next time. Buffalo wing zucchini.
The Todd and Erin Daily Stream is brought to you by PC Laptops with desktops and laptops starting as low as $7.99 with a lifetime parts and service warranty. They fix phones too. Go to PCLaptops.com.
I had no idea. Do you know we're number 3 in the nation?
I really do love these. I don't know why. I like to know how we compare with everybody else. What is it in particular this time? We've been nicest, we've been worst drivers, we've been best educated.
Dog bites.
Really? What's wrong with our dogs in Utah?
43 million dog owners, they figure, in the United States
Sure.
of America. And evidently we have the third highest. This is on 2018.
Wow.
116 dog claims from bites. Average claim $45,000, totaling more than $5 million in settlements.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of loose dogs getting after
$5 million
people.
dog bites. Who's number 1 and who's number 2? I'm just curious.
New York,
Yeah, I can see that.
but you're just thinking New York City. We're talking New York State, all countryside.
That's gigantic. And we're
Most
still
of
just...
New York State is countryside, isn't it? It is.
All right, so who's number 2?
That was a really good question because I lost my place. New Jersey.
New Jersey gets more dog bites than
New Jersey has a lot of
California or something.
Countryside as well, but obviously a tighter, compact
I'm not sure that
society with dogs.
but still countryside doesn't get. Anyway,
We asked,
wow.
we asked our mailman if he's been bit, and he goes, yeah, 7 times. And he goes, luckily they were all just being nipped. Oh, just being nipped?
My favorite is when you're walking, preferably with your children, maybe in a stroller, and this gigantic dog comes barreling down the lawn at you, barking ferociously, and his owner's standing there going, "Oh, he won't hurt you."
You poop your pants. And then,
Interesting.
so, we have a dog, by the way, so we're dog lovers. So we
You
love
know
them.
we are.
We just don't
Gil's
like
the
dogs
nicest
who
dog in the world.
charging you is they should be on a leash.
You know, yesterday we were talking about the fact they had that grasshopper infestation in Vegas that was so big you
Oh
could
my
see it
gosh.
on radar.
It's horrific, and the streets. Some of the hotels actually, like we said yesterday, actually turned off their lights on their hotel.
Nobody does that.
So it doesn't attract them. They're giving up gamblers.
Just to get rid of the
Grasshoppers.
grasshoppers. Well, St. George apparently, I'm sorry, but this is worse to me. Apparently, they've had the biggest hatch in 43 years of stink bugs. They have, and stink bugs, number one, are disgusting. Chad Harvey has had a video. Literally thousands of them were swarming his car when he tried to stop to fill up his car at the gas tank. And he's like,
Oh.
he said, I couldn't even get out of my car. He said, I couldn't
What's
even
creepy?
take the chance.
What's creepier? Grasshoppers or stink bugs? I think they're.
Christopher Watson's an entomologist. He works for the Utah State Department of Agriculture. He goes,
Yes.
I'm a big guy. And he goes, I can't handle stink bugs.
Creeps.
He goes, they creep me out. And he said
Shop
that
vac.
they say that the people who live in St. George are like, I've never seen anything like this. And they said, literally, and he went back and tracked it, biggest hatch in 43 years.
They're
So
here to take over.
I'd rather have the grasshoppers, even
Would
with the
you?
bulgy eyes.
Yeah, except for grasshoppers fly.
Stink bugs stink.
And get in your head.
And they have that horrible little, like,
Only if you step on them.
like,
The crawling things they still stick. Like
and they have those hideous
grasshopper.
prehistoric shells on them. And
All right.
I'm not going to St. George right now. We're going to wait for a little while.
All right, so
Yeah.
I want you to think about this. Put this, everyone, think about this. Driving along. Maybe you don't whistle. Maybe you hum. And all of a sudden, boom, red and blue lights behind you. You're getting pulled over.
Heart sinks.
No, you. What is your emotion?
I didn't do anything.
Such a liar. Such a liar. Do you think, oh no, like this? And do you look at your speedometer?
No, I freak out and I'm trying to figure out what they're trying to nail me for because
Speeding.
I'm pretty good now. And then I start working on my sad face and my face of anxiety and sincere inquiry, like, why would you stop me? So that's where I'd go with that. So why do you ask this?
Never play poker, by the way. So in Tempe, Arizona, what they've been doing, and I've heard of this before, is they go ahead and they pull you over, and the guy gets out or the woman gets out,
Hearts pounding, hands on the wheel.
hands on the gun, walks up, got that swagger to you, and then says, "Good driving. Here's a drink." They're stopping people and giving them soda
Drink coupons.
coupons to go to like 7-Eleven and get a Slurpee.
Okay, now I have actually seen this in Utah, and it's very sweet when it was reported. But things are different now. That was like 10 years ago. Things are different. And in Tempe,
No. What I have gone through with those lights lighting up behind me cancels out any refreshment I would ever get from a fountain drink.
there's no refreshment.
Now, they
No.
have been working on foot as well, and I think this is cool. Stopping a kid on a skateboard wearing a helmet. Boom, there's something for you. There was no lights involved. This is like, hey kid, hey, here, have a drink.
It's very sad. They actually had a guy who's a law professor, and he says, I appreciate the sentiment, he said, but a traffic stop
Is
a seizure. It must be supported by a probable cause of traffic infraction or reasonable suspicion of crime.
And?
A traffic stop that lacks one of those legal justifications violates the Fourth Amendment.
That's right.
And I'm sorry, but I'm with him, and I appreciate the sentiment. And I'm sure the
California.
officers are like, but it seemed like such a good idea.
They did it because it builds trust and stuff, which is great.
reinforcement and-
Except it scares the poop out of you. And
Maybe like walking, I could see that, or a
And
bicycle police officer
like
coming
just
by.
there going, hey, no lights.
That's great.
Don't pull you over
But
in
don't-
traffic. They did in California. They gave them bags of oranges.
That's kind of
Because you know
adorable.
on the street corners they sell
That's
they sell
adorable.
oranges. But still, you've gone through
My heart is actually pounding thinking about it. Yeah.
You're puckered.
No, I don't. No. This is a very bad sign. Okay, we've gone through a lot of crap with Proposition 2. And
Medical.
And this is medical marijuana. This is medical cannabis in the state of Utah. It was overwhelmingly passed and then, of course, completely ignored by the Utah State Legislature, who recrafted something of their own.
Nice job.
Now, here's the trick, though, with all of the states that have legalized medical cannabis and the federal government who has not. So that means even if you are in a state that has this as a legal option, if you cross the border, not even if the other state is legal, this border means you are now in violation of federal law. So as you can imagine, this starts bringing up a host of complications. And then you have to start thinking about, well, okay, if it's against federal law, do we get denied federal tax dollars because we're utilizing cannabis? Do we,
Right.
if the federal government decided to get mean, could they punish or prosecute our employees
Anytime they want.
just because they wanted to? So
Anytime they want.
Davis County Attorney Troy Rawlings is now recommending the county health department not dispense medical cannabis. And this is a problem. This pretty much means the whole state system is in serious trouble. He said a federal Controlled Substances Act is directly in conflict with the state statute that the health department is being instructed to comply with. He said, I can't guarantee that my employees won't get prosecuted. He said, I can't guarantee it.
I will now run down really quickly for you for the health reasons this is used for is people with cancer to keep their appetite going, people with post-traumatic syndrome, people who
People
have
who have
seizures,
seizures,
people who have all these different things that has worked. And you know what? It could work for them. It might work for them. They have restricted the use of it down to doctors and patient, and this is not party time.
Yeah, and
just
the
to be
dispensaries
clear.
are even less than half of what they said we could have. So
The
it's-
tax dollars are huge to everyone else. And what we were talking about yesterday, I want to see them pay their taxes because they cannot write a check for them. They cannot transfer money because of the federal law, cannot put money in a bank.
So they have to operate strictly in cash.
So when they go to pay their taxes, let's say quarterly, they have to go in with a wheelbarrow
That would be kind of fun. I'd do it all
and
at
then
once.
put it on the counter, have them count it, and
I do it once for fun.
I think it's just hilarious.
Well, let's just go back over one key piece of information here, and I do understand the county attorney's concerns.
Right.
There has not been one single federal prosecution for medical marijuana
Right.
in any of the states that have passed it, which is now 2/3 of the country. So
Oh, I have a question.
I get his concern, but once again, going back over the history of legalized medical marijuana, there has not been one single federal prosecution of a state employee.
Or overdose, by the way. Do we support it? Yes. Yes, we do.
I know
because
you know we do.
our kids.
But we have one of the highest incidences of opioid overdose in the entire country. Highest. So,
We will now get off our soapbox.
okay. It's just frustrating.
By the way,
it's not a good. It
By
isn't
the
a
way,
good.
don't you find interesting, because I've been so into the candidates debates and stuff like that. No one has mentioned this.
Isn't that interesting? Why?
I haven't seen, and I'm kind of a nerd
Yes, you
covering.
have. You obsessively watched CNN last night when they were doing the presidential debates.
And I watch other news channels, and I have not heard anything about federal law change on this. So anyway, we'll get back to
Interesting.
it. I think
Let's talk about something important now
well,
that really
we're-
is more relevant to the rest of us.
which is alien abductions. Because why wouldn't an alien try travel 4 billion miles to take their finger and probe you with it?
That's not why. It's like an ET when he just came and hung out with the kids.
You need to buy insurance, and I have the answer. So this started off.
This is a joke. Come on.
Well, it started off as kind of a joke. And there is a thing, and it's brought to you by some of them, the Alien Abduction Insurance, the AAI. It's known as UFO insurance. And you can go and buy a policy. Now, the deal is like, oh, buy it for a friend is a joke. And the payment will be $1 million. You have to prove it, $1 million. But if you read the print, and they know it, they tell you this, they make sure you're not on medication at the time, that this is a joke, and you'll get $1 a year for 1,000,000 years,
That
right?
doesn't seem like a good payout.
But then,
You got all the weird puncture marks in your neck and your eyeball, and I saw one of those movies. That was scary. Fire in the Sky. That was traumatic.
so here's the deal. Other companies have popped up
No way.
and have sold, let's see, this one has sold over 6,000 policies, 20,000 policies for another company. $10,000 policy actually pays claims, and has sold more than 100,000 policies. Lloyd of London has apparently sold approximately
Lloyd's of London?
20,000 policies.
That's like the most upper crust, like tier 1 insurance you can get. Lloyd's of London.
All right. Before you buy, as in any other thing like, a timeshare, here you go.
What to look out for when shopping for alien abduction insurance. As time goes on and further space exploration continues, maybe more products will be developed for true alien abduction policies. So if you are seriously considering buying alien abduction insurance, ask the company, how long have you been in business? Have you paid any claims? Some companies actually have. How did they determine the proof of that?
Probe marks.
I guess if you're willing to show probe marks, you
I'm
deserve
sorry.
to pay out.
I'm sorry. I'm not giving up Netflix for alien insurance. Not doing it. Not doing it. I can't even imagine.
I just like that they're like, how long have you been in business? Do you pay claim?
Yeah.
Let's check out you with the Better Business
Right.
Bureau.
Oh,
woman.
the Better Business Bureau is hilarious. Triple
How
H.
Triple A rating.
Do you have any of those Google ratings? I want to go check you on Yelp.
Oh, Yelp would be horrible. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Please subscribe. Have a good day, and we'll see you tomorrow on the Todd and Erin Daily Stream.